really are filming right away with you. My name is Elena Noel Wall Temple. I grew up in a repertory company with my mom and my sister. We toured and we performed semi-professionally and professionally in Baltimore basically the whole time I was at home. I can find beauty in creating almost anything. That would be my first passion, I would say. That trumps all else. I went to Butler University in Indiana. I often talk about school and getting out of school. I like to say that I felt like somebody dropped me in the middle of a cornfield without a compass. One turning point was when I injured my knee severely when I was performing. It was probably back in the early, when would that have been? The early 90s. And I had always been basically a dancer, so suddenly that was no longer an option. And that was an interesting place where you sort of had to dig down deep and find out what else you were made of. And ultimately, that was where I worked with a gentleman who taught at Flagler. And he came to me after the show one time and said, I think that they need a costumer. Don't you costume? And I said, well, I've always done it as a survival job. But yes, I've done it before. I don't know if I'm really qualified. And he said, I think you would be. Get your resume together and come meet Phyllis Gibbs. That was a particularly big turning point just because I had never really even considered teaching. Certainly never considered designing full time. And didn't think I'd like it. And turned out to be very wrong about that. And found great happiness in teaching. If I could have the best of all worlds, I would teach and I would occasionally perform and then be able to spend time with my family. Because I never wanted to be one of those actors that was just so immersed in their life that they didn't see the people they loved or be around the people they loved. I think in that case, then you're only half a person still. I mean, I really do believe this. Trust that life may go like this, and you may not end up where you thought you would be, but find the joy in it. It sounds so hallmarky, but find the joy in it and you'll be happy.